Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about rolling values. How the rolling values are calculated, basically sum, average, minimum, max, and we will see how we can do this in SQL. Okay, and it is a very simple process. You just watch the video till end and you it will be very clear. Okay, so let's understand what is the rolling values first of all. So let's say I have the data aggregated at year and month. So basically I'm saying for the year 2018 first January I have this much sales, for February I have this much sales. So year month wise I have all the sales of all the years till 2021. Okay, so if I talk about rolling 3 months sum sales, so what it means is if you see this month, May, okay, it will be sum of this month and previous 2 months. So 1,90,000, 1,44,000, 1,20,000 will come to 4,62,000. So this is how rolling 3 months rolling sum will be calculated. Similarly, for this month, rolling 3 months sum will be this value, this value, this value. Okay. Now, if you look at the first month, there is no previous month. This is the first month when we started the our store. So there is no previous month. So the sales will be equal to the rolling three sum. For the second month, we have only 1 month. So the rolling three will be this plus this. That's all. 1,30,000, right? Now for this month, we have all the 3 months: current month, previous month, and the previous to that. So I have sum of all these 3 months, right? Now for this month, it will be these three. Okay, so this is how rolling 3 month sales can be yeah, calculated. Okay, we can have rolling 4 months, 6 months, rolling 12 months, anything we can do. So this is how rolling works. We can find, instead of sum, we can calculate average, minimum, or maximum, anything. So we will see how we can do it. Let's start. So this is my data. Okay. So what I need first, I need data aggregated at year and month level, right? Once I have data at year and month, then only I can do rolling, right? So what I'm going to do is I will do date part. I will find year of order date, right? I will area this at year order. This I'm giving alias. Similarly, I will find month also, right? I will say month and month order. And now what I have, okay, let's see what it is giving first, just to understand. So for, if you see order date, this is 21 January, sorry, February 2020. So my year is 2020 and month is 2. So I got year and month. Now what I need is, I need sales aggregated at this level. Sales, okay. So then, as a thumb rule, if I'm doing a aggregation, all the non-aggregated columns should be grouped by this. Okay, so I will get sales. Let's name it as year sales only. Okay, so I got at year and month level, I have the sales. Now I will alias it. I mean, I will create a CTE of it with year, month, sales as, okay, and this I will use further in my final query. Let's start now. If I do this, I will get the exact same data. So now I have to find the rolling sum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything from this table, plus I will do sum of sales again over. Now I need to first order my data in the year and month, right? Once I have order, then only I can do rolling, right? So I will do order by year order, in ascending order. By default it is ascending, but to just have clarity, I am putting the ASE this also. And then order by month order ascending, right? Now to find rolling sum, there is a keyword, right? Rows between two preceding. I will just explain what I am doing, and zero preceding. Okay, as rolling three. I will run this and then explain. If I execute this, so if you see, we have got the rolling three sum values. I mean, 3 months of rolling sum. So for this month, if you see, it is these three sum. For this month, it is these three sum. For this month, for this month, basically this is sum of these three values. So how it is working? So like I said, I first ordered the data on year and month. So this is how the ordered data will look like. After that, I'm saying find the sum of sales between two preceding rows and zero preceding rows. Two preceding rows means if I'm here, if I'm on this row, so these are two preceding rows, and this is current row, which is nothing but zero preceding row. So this is how I'm saying give me rolling sum. So this I can do for three preceding also, right? Or four preceding. So this will be rolling five sum, right? So four preceding, four previous rows, and current row. Okay, so this will be the sum of all these here. So this is how this works. Now we have a lot of other options here also. So I have a following keyword also. Following means next row. Preceding is previous row, following is following rows. So I can say, let's say one preceding, one following. Okay, so let's run it. This is my one preceding, one following. So if I am on this row, okay, let's say I am on this row. Sorry, I will just name this rolling sum for now. Okay, so I am on this row, let's say, and this is what 3,20,000, and I'm saying rows between one preceding, which means one preceding is this, and one following. One following is this. Between this, whatever is there, add it. So this plus this will be this. For this row, this is one preceding, this is one following, and all the rows between this give me the rolling sum. This is how it is working. I hope it is clear. Okay, so this is how rolling sums are calculated, and not just rolling sum, you can have averages also. Okay, so I will do average, minimum, maximum, average, minimum, max, right? So I will just run this now. So if you see, so let's say minimum, because minimum will be easy to check, right? So for these three rows, if you see, so this is the row. We are saying one preceding, one following, right? So these are three rows. In this, what is minimum? 47,000. So this is 47,000. What is maximum? 1,90,000. So it is 1,90,000. Let's see for some other example for these three. So this is my current row. Okay, for this row, this is one preceding, one following. So what is the minimum here? So minimum is 1,47,000. So we have 1,47,000, right? And what is the maximum? 1,61,000. So it is 1,61,000. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is very, very important concept, very frequently used for deriving matrices, rolling matrices. So I hope this is clear. There are other things also you can check out on Google. Like there are other options. You have unbounded preceding, unbounded following, unlimited rows. Whatever previous are there, whatever following are there, it will take everything. So there are uh, uh, multiple combinations of this that you can check out. But overall, this is how it works. I hope it helps. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.